Well, I thought I'd come on and do a quick hello and tell you about my trip. Well, I'll wait a few until some people come on here because I didn't tell really anybody that was going on right now. So, I am Elder Medicine Bearclaw. I do protection medicine bags for those who care to need one that go out in the woods, the forests, wherever. They do help you and they do protect you. They help you with if you are having a panic attack, anxiety, headaches, um, a cold, or just need the comfort. It's very good to hold the bag and breathe. Danse, Roger, and Victoria. Greetings, greetings. I am Elder Medicine Bearclaw. Many people have called me Mama Bear. And my phone is going ding, ding. So, but I just wanted to come on. I'm sorry about my appearance. Yes, I am very tired still from the trip. But it was a precious, gorgeous spending the time with my son that it's hard for me because, he's up in the forestry and he handles all the fires and stuff around Arizona and even comes out to California to help. And I was lucky and I was able to spend Saturday and Sunday with him. We did go up and he showed me the area, and the clans there are very some aggressive. But we both did our hows like we do a native way. Ho, 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 ho. So I'm quite louder than my son. Don't say Blake, Josh Hall, Avery. Please pray for my husband. I'm my profile picture is name covering. Oh, I will certainly. Would you like to me to do it now in my language, or would you like me to say it in English? Derek, what is the O0 or those O's and then a zero and then O? Yes, I mean, I don't worry too much about him because I have faith in my son, and he's a very strong head, very powerful in his heart, and he helps his collie brothers. He's been doing this for since he was 24, and it started out as a volunteer up in Minnesota. So then he's been in Arizona. But um, I would do a special prayer tonight. I haven't yet done my prayers. I mean, I have a long list, and I go and I mention everyone, every single person that I've been around or in my chat room, or even those who come in my live. I do. I do pray for them, and when they need something, they either email me, message me. I'm here. My husband tells me, you have such a deep heart in prayers for everyone. And yes, main girl, Tanse, aho, oki. Greetings. Thank you for stopping by. Um, I do know that when you're in the woods or in the forest, it's an automatic to have fear. And sometimes you can get confused in direction and it's hard to remember. Oh my goodness. Oh, how are you, Tara? Goodness, it's been a long time. You have been on my mind a lot lately, and I have been praying for you. Um, things are good. And I started making, I had an order for moccasins. I'm almost done. Not quite, almost. And I do appreciate everyone that does have ordered protection medicine bags because they're $80 now. That includes shipping. Also, too, have been making more dream catchers and then praying over them for a person wanted, but she decided not to, but she went with earrings. So, the same thing. I have the beaded earrings that I have. There are with necklace as a set or just alone. Um, I have been keeping myself busy. I've been making more feather fans, but especially the moccasins. Yes, the moccasins. They go to the ankle. Is 280, and just from higher than the ankle. But if you're gonna the regular moccasins, those are 160, and I have moose skin right now, so I'm trying to get some elk skin from a relative. Excuse me, from back home in the Blackfoot res. That's where I'm from and my family. So let me see here, Victoria. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yes, I will do. Let's see. Roger, are you still in here? Or T, do you think you can put down my email because I can't. I'm going live on my phone and I don't have. Mm, could you put my Miss Pretty Eyes 143 at Gmail, please? If you can post it on here. I cannot type or answer. I forgot how to do it on the phone when I've been doing it on the laptop. But if you can post it for me, the Miss Pretty Eyes 143 at gmail.com. I appreciate if you can help me with that. Once Roger can copy and paste and put it in the comments below, then those who need deep prayers, you can email me and to pray on who, and then I will do the rest. Okay. Again, my visit. For those who are new, I am Elder Medicine Bearclaw. I am the youngest elder nationwide. Um, First Nation of Cree, and we, with the Blackfoot Res, we can commute together. We become a community. We share a lot of information for our ledgers. Um, Before I had went on my trip, I had it to help. There was things going on from different res wanted some people to come down, wanted them to retire, and you cannot have an elder retire at all. But you can have others, researchers and stuff, because they want to bring the young. But again, the young have not been following us to do research because we all have much of doing this. And I'm not retiring from that. No, I'm going to continue on. So, like I said, um, being with my son, it was beautiful. The surrounding of the area was really gorgeous. Many huge trees and cactus and big rocks. There's a lot of caves, and you could see spring coming down. But we have to remember the dirt for Arizona is like a brick color. It stains, it's hard to come off. So, when you go up to a certain height, 6,000 feet, we were up. And my goodness, I could smell the trees and very high energy. And I was very happy to feel this energy. Yes, it is. It should be under MS period to PRETTYEYES 143 at Gmail. Um, he had made he when they had to cut some of the trees that were really burnt at the time. He made a couple stumps, and one of them is a gifting, and it's like 10 feet away from the other stump where he decided to put rocks around to have a little pit fire or bonfire, however. But it wasn't very big. And we had a little one, and we were sitting there listening. Mind you, my husband is not one for the Satangas, which are Sasquatch Bigfoots. And he was like, I wasn't planning to stay up here. So anyway, some of the coworkers were there, and they walked him down to the cabin. And my son and I were up there from midnight to 7 o'clock in the morning, sitting there, and we listen. You can hear them walking, crunch, crunch. And then we heard a couple howls, a couple knocks, a couple whoops, and you hear a lot of popping. Or they do that. And I was really shocked because I told my son, I want to do my howl. He goes, oh, Mama, they're going to go crazy. So I did. And I did it so loud twice. And then I did as we do when the drummers are singing, the women in the back do that. Oh my goodness, you can hear many prints, footsteps coming fast, just like how it was in Michigan when I entered. And my son says, oh, he goes, did you get a whiff? I said, yeah, that's different. And he goes, yeah, they're here, Mama. They are here for you. So I was speaking in my language to them, and I said, I thank you. Hai hai ne hono hayeke. I thank you dearly for allowing me to come. I will not take no pictures. Thank you, sweetheart. You got it. Yes, thank you. There's my email in case anyone um, wants to email me up for prayers or if they're looking for anything. My native jewelry. Thank you, Roger, sweetheart. I appreciate that. I didn't know if any of my other monitors were going to be on because I didn't notify nobody. But I did say earlier I might go live or I might not. So I decided to go ahead and do it. But I do appreciate you. Hi, hi. So again, I'm like so much adrenaline in me, and I went to go hug the tree. Thank you so much. You could feel the energy that Mother Earth has given these trees and the power of them to just open up and give that electric. Because after hugging him, I went to go high five my son, and he goes, "Oh, Mom, you got so much energy, you just zapped me." And I said, "Electricity zap." And then I'm like, he goes, "I know you can't squat, Mama, but I'm going to put this stump over it and the little stump on top." And I just sit there like you're squatting. And I close my eyes and I say, "I can see you right there." And this was a mama. She's having a baby. And my son said, "Yeah, I know you were right, Mama. There's two females that will be giving birth. Well, that means there will be three little ones." And then I told him, I said, from what I've been hearing from the council that we've known for over about 30 years, they're saying the government is doing a lot of hybrid, humans hybrid. And we kind of figured that back then. And we believe they've been doing too much experimenting. And I believe they do women and men that I have to eat ice cream. um, that are in like institutions. I have been giving information to many people that some of my councilman members and relatives are not happy what I say from what I'm speaking, but I share everything with you guys. This is the reason why I have my channel, so I can help you understand what satangas or any other cryptid or entities or spiritual, the orbs that come go, the fairies, the little people, the little village people, they were there. And I'm like, wow, they're more here than in other places. My son said yes. And I do put out different foods, smaller foods, and then I put them in the down more. I said, that's good. And we started telling stories. I was speaking how my son, when he was young, that he had a gift. And he would tell me, there's someone hairy over there. Now my youngest daughter, she had an imaginary friend. She tells me no, but and he was around. And then my son was says, "No, Mom, I don't think it's her imaginary friend. I think it's one of the Bigfoots, the SHAMPE." And I said, "You sure?" And when I sat down and to turn and I looked, mm-hmm. Because see, I have 4 clans and they have followed me wherever I go. If I'm like Orba is my female from Black Reds. She comes to me almost every 3 weeks. And if she doesn't come within a month, then I know she's busy. Because many Satangas do travel and they do go to other clans. Sometimes they have to move to feel for it or to find another female, or the female finds a juvenile, and then you hear them fighting. The dog man does run with them. People are saying, no, they don't. They have their own life. Yes, they do have their own life. But they have always ran with the Satangas. And yes, they play around just as like if it was your own pet, your own dog. It's the same thing. But not very many want to believe it. And it is what it is. I have shared many things with my clans. We even trade about medicine, what plants that is good when we're in the mountain, and what plants we can eat, what plants we can drink, what trees we can drink off, and what sap can do from the trees. This is important for those to want to learn. I have tried to teach many people, but yet when I speak the truth, they can't handle it. So this is why I say I have a very tight, small circle. And when you want to enter, it's like I'm getting to what I gotta say. Like I was telling my son when we were out there, many friends will come and go, just like the Satangas. They say we come and go. Some come with new meaning of family, or one leaves their clan to join another clan to make their own family. And this is how they do travel. Now, some say they don't trust other clans. And I asked them, so it's like humans. You can trust some, but you cannot trust the others. They all told me the same thing. Humans are not right in the mind. They seem to be worried about too many things and don't accept what is right and what is wrong. But when you say Ayenoko Ayenishite, means I am here for life, throughout and in. But sometimes it's hard and the truth will hurt. And I've also asked the Satangas too, is it the same as human phrase for you? They told me, yes, it is. One thinks it's stronger than the other, or one thinks they're better than the other. And he said, they do. They bicker, they tease each other. Now, many of us humans do the same thing. I don't think I'm any better than anybody, but I do say I am stronger in the inside and out than anyone, because I do so much for other channels, researchers, professors, and I have spoken to quite a few of them. and to understand that, hi Jen, that things are not quite what humans know. They cannot, there are humans that cannot understand the spiritual side. And then when it does speak up, people are like, what do you mean? Orbs? What do you mean spirits? Because there are many, many relatives, my ancestors, before my mother, my grandmother, my great great grandmother, their family or their cousins of mine were buried there and they haven't crossed over. There is a lot of relatives from many people, not just me, but for many people too, and they're stuck. Some have rage, some just don't understand, some have mentality that it's worthless because their mental state is not great. So it is. And there are many, many other cryptids and entities out there that many humans don't understand. And I've been trying to help those understand, but still, they're like, oh, you're just an old woman, you don't know. Well, this bear that is inside me comes out many times, and it gives the words of harsh words, and people get scared and cannot handle it. So I am talking about the Satangas, which is Bigfoots, and telling the story that I have exchanged many words with them and about the visit that I had with my son up in Arizona mountains. So I hope I'm not confusing you. But there is the legends of the fall. Many, many falls are there, yes. It's like the Zacateca goes all through Arizona mountains. So, ah, yeah, not confused, just heard about plants, etc. I pray for the spirits that stuck here, that God forgives them. Of course. Are you Indian? I'm not that kind of Indian. I am an elder from Blackfoot. Yes, I'm indigenous native, yes. I have worked with many, many different First Nation, many tribals around the world. Some tribe, huh? There's many different tribes around that I've helped, and any medicine woman, yes. And became a medicine woman when I was in my teens. How do I help? I help in many different ways. What is it that you need to know Pacific? See, the dream catcher. I made that for my granddaughter when she was about 6, and now she's 29. There's something deeper that you want to ask, but you don't know how to come out and say it. But yes, I do make dream catchers, chokers, another native thing. But okay, not true. Yeah, it's true. Well, anyway, I'm not here to argue. I'm here to talk about my little vacation with my son in Arizona. So I'm being up with the Satangas and the dogmen. So anyway, mm, no no kohiste hayene makaya. So therefore, as we were sitting there by the fire and we were talking about his new arrival that will be coming soon, and he said that there's been more. What language was that? I speak many different native tongues. Who is coming? Jesus? Jesus is our creator. Okay, I think that's enough. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you can leave, Kurt. I'm sorry you're not understanding what I'm saying or who I'm speaking of. It's not hard to follow me or understand what I'm saying. So, anyway, as my son and I were talking, and we kept hearing the footsteps, and many of them showed up. And I told my son, I feel that there are things out there that have meaning. They want to speak and say something, but they won't. And me, who I do not like to take many pictures or videos. And when I do go in the woods or in the forest, I do ask permission. I do pray that things go well and that nothing attaches to me. So I finally got to one part where I said I was coming closer. And as I did, she cloaked, but I still can see her. Okay, Kurt, you know what? Sorry. Oh, okay. Mine feels hopeless, but I found them to be wrong. And it's in I pray for those. You know, there are many people that are gonna come up and act ridiculous. So, I'm not going to tolerate act like confusion. And again, there could be a kid, but see, I don't waste none of my energy on that. I like to give the my energy what is needed and what is necessary. So when someone tries to come up and give the wrong, trying to mess with your mind, trying to mess around with your what you're trying to say. But again, when we were up there, I will say this, when we were up there, you can smell And it was a different kind of odor that I'm used to. So I told my son, this is a different smell from the four I have. But when I went to Michigan, their smell was different too. And CP has filmed lots of beautiful from my live. Now I asked permission if I can go live there, and I heard yes, yes, and yes. I said, this will be my first and my last. I will not go live here again. But when I was there, they greeted me with so much love. Jesus is like is Arizona. They gave me the love too. So I was happy. And to spend time with my son is everything to me. I haven't seen my son in such a long time. So I do. And I told him, I said, when I went to, excuse me, I said, when I went to go visit Sangha, her native brother, I really enjoyed myself out there, and sometimes people don't understand. What is a Satanga? It's a Sasquatch. It's a Bigfoot. They have many, many different names. Different tribal calls them different names. And I always tell them, if you want to know what's their names, I'll tell you. I do say all different kinds. So, but it's like they say, the humans don't understand what they can do. And someone asked my son too, do they do fires? Can they make fires? Yes. Do they always hunt deer, chickens? Yes. But they do hunt for fish more. Sometimes other people don't understand what they mean because they're just barely realizing who they are and what they are because they're just starting to come out. But they have been out for over decades. And many are just starting to know who they are or understand the spirits, because there are many spirits, different spirits here that want to know if they can walk around other humans, and sometimes they need help to transcend, to walk across, to be with our Father, the Creator, who is Jesus Christ. They do. They love all berries. And they do love some nuts. Not all, but some. They do like chocolate. They do like peanut butter. They love apples. They do like pineapple. They do like pears. They like carrots. And they also like hard-boiled eggs. One of their favorites is salmon. Anyway, when I was with my son and we were there, like I said, from midnight to 7 in the morning, we had the fire going. And you can hear them, they knocked. Okay. And I said, is it harder for you here because it's hot? And I try to read them. And they said, no, we're used to it. Mushroom, snakes, lots of. They eat fern, that like the plant fern. Those are good sources for water because when you eat them, you can taste your mouth gets for watering. It's fantastic. You know, sometimes it could even be in the city. They do travel. And when you are somewhere around the lake or even camping, you ask them, don't attach to me, please. I do not belong to you in the forest or the woods. I have a family of my own that I am attached to. If you talk to them like you're talking to yourself, they can hear you. They can read your mind too. You're in England. I'm sorry to bust your bubble, honey, but there is some in England. They are they're all over the world. Um, I will say this. They do come out, but not many have been noticed. And the reason why I say this, because we do communicate with someone that is from England. Um, they had spoken and said they have seen, just like Peru and Portugal. The people there thought there wasn't one either, but yes, there's the giants are still around. They are not like 100 feet tall, like Godzilla, King Kong. No, little. They're a lot taller than a satanga. But I will say this: if you feel that they are around the world, then they are. Is there many entities and orbs and bad spirits walking around this earth? There is. Our Father, the Creator, which is Jesus Christ, and Mother Earth, spoken together and brought many different creatures on this earth. And I tell everyone, it was uncontrollable and out of our own human hands. It is between them than what is made to walk on earth. Now, many of them have made mounds, and I've seen people digging up mounds when there are their relatives there, native relatives, or a satanga, because that's what they do. We did it in our early times, early 1400s. You know, when humans or people started making little shacks for a home to live in. When they had passed, they dig a hole and then buried it, and it looks like a mound. Same thing. Sometimes they not have passed over. Sometimes they need help to be passed over. And this is what I was telling my son, because I could see some lights within the trees. And I said, oh, you've got plenty spirits here. He goes, I know, Mom. I kept feeling something, but, I can't see them. But the Satongas had left me gifts, and I'm like confused. Why is that? Because there are many times when a Satanga does give a human back, it's with trust and how the human had patience to communicate. It's like I told my children, you can't learn everything fast enough. Even those who have think their mind going fast, you can't. You have to go as it comes. So able to really understand. Because when you are really going through the emotions and then you're like, wow, what did I see? How did I do? My son says, you're right, Ma. You're right. I try to tell my fellow brothers that we live in the cabin. We live up here sometimes for months to watch over the whole state. And yes, I see them. And I will point to go a different way because there's humans coming this way. And I'm very glad that my son does try to communicate. But he says there's aliens. And I said, there's star people. He said, okay, they're aliens, star people. But it's okay. Everybody calls them different. So, Arizona is very known for UFOs. And we did see some weird lights in the sky. But we didn't want to say nothing because I was more interested feeling the Bigfoot, the Sasquatch, the Satongas, and saying, hey, thank you for allowing me to see you. I'm honored. And my son says, what do you think, Mom? I says, they seem very quiet. So, and I did some prayers out there. I had poured the ashes from the sage. I put it around the fire. And I said, as respect, I hope I have given you much blessings and respect from me. Excuse me. So, and I got quite a few answers. It did get a little chilly, but not much, because it was still the sun was going down, but you could still feel the heat from Mother Earth where we were. Oh, thank you. Yes, I am very proud. There's a few of my family, my children, that like to do what I like to do. He likes the Satangas, but he also likes the star people. And he tries to see the location. He always marks. He'll draw the area and then he'll mark where he saw it on the west, and there'll be like whatever trees. So that's his marking. And then when he sees another one, he puts it there too. I am very proud and thank you. As we say, hi, hi. Okay. I love Arizona when I went there. A lot of snowbirds go there. I have not been, I used to live in a historical town. They call it the ghost town. Copper Queen Hotel. That is in Bisbee, Arizona. it's haunted. Yes, it's true. The bar that's in the corner, um, there's the Tavern St. Elmo's, and goodness, I just forgot. And you will see their lights when it's closing. So it closes at 2, and they open again at 6 for the owners. In those time frame, you see lights flickering, and then you see shadows. Now, how many of you believe in the people shadow? There's many, believe me. You know, they can be attached to you and came from you from where you came from. So, but again, everybody is different. But I had such a good time. And we had left Friday. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And Tuesday we got home. It was a beautiful time. I was very grateful that got to spend time with my son, talk to him. He asked me what's going on. So, he heard about my um, lady friend. So he's no longer my friend. Oh well, it is what it is. I know you do. But you know what? The ones you have, they're not very aggressive. They're lost. They're lost. And they're looking for someone. Just my eyes. Well, oh wow, I've been on for almost an hour already. I am so happy for you and that you got to go spend time with my boy. I have another boy too, but he's a big tall boy. um yes, I'm very proud of my children. Very proud of them. Some of them came part of me. Oh, don't say, Robin. Much blessings. I'm about to close up. I think I'm gonna start the prayers, and I'm already feeling a little tired. But this is my opportunity to come on live. Still your babies, correct? You know, 63, and yeah, oldest is 44. No, no, she's 45. Excuse me. Oh, I had to think again. Yes, got many children, more females than boys. But they will always be my babies. You're right. No matter how old they are. Well, I do want to say thank you for joining me this evening for an hour at least. I do appreciate it. And I wanted to share my little story with you. I have more stories about how I grew up and how I became um, a researcher, a medicine woman, and an elder. So until next time, You all take care. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe, share the video if you'd like to, and that's fine. If you're interested in any protection medicine bags, or an earring set, or just earrings, or just a necklace, or a fan with cellulite crystal, and the moccasins. The ones that go up to high, knee high, those are 280. The other ones are going just to the ankle, the tip of the ankle. Those are 160. I'm trying to finish one order for a young lady, and I appreciate everyone that has purchased some of my beadwork and my leather and protection bags, my dream catchers, my cream that I make with herbal for pain and bone suffering, arthritis, and neuropathy. I do help other people and help them understand that there's times we need to forgive and let go. So turn a new leaf and everybody will be okay. So again, hi, many blessings. Thank you again for coming on my channel. Much blessings. You take care. Hi. Okay. Bye-bye.